Hey guys, how's it going? Are you thinking of trying fasting? Well, I have three things that will make it easier for you to start fasting and stay fasting. And I've learned them from my own experience, and I've heard thousands of people share their own things. So, this is a compilation of three of them, three top things. Of course, there's more. And I hope that you will find them useful. So, thing number one that made a big difference for me to start fasting and keep fasting was finding a community that I can be part of, fasting community, and I can talk and listen to other people go through their fasting journey. And that made me not feel like I'm an outcast from everyone around me in my real life, because I find in my real life, not many people are fasting. My parents are actually fasting. They skip breakfast every day, and they do that to manage my dad's diabetes. And my mom's just read all the books and started doing that years ago for my dad to manage his diabetes. And all the books are The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, which is super useful. And he is the pioneer in kind of explaining to everybody how the insulin works. And the communities that I found helpful was Jackie's community, which I mentioned in my other episodes, was Jackie's intermittent fasting page on Facebook. She also has a podcast, and she does lives on Facebook, which all the people come to and talk about their experience. The podcast where she interviews all the different people of everyday life, like you and I, how they came to fasting, what kind of fasting they do, how they fast. And all the stories are different, and they're all the same in a way that everyone's fasting, but they're all different because everyone personalized their fasting to their life. So I love listening to them. It keeps me going, it keeps me feeling like I belong to this group, because I think you need that when you're starting it out. And if you're going to feel like an outcast in your everyday life, you're probably going to stop or not continue as long. So join a community. That's number one. Number two, flexibility. That made a huge difference for me. And I know for a lot of people, flexibility is something that isn't obvious right away when you hear about intermittent fasting, because of all the numbers that they introduce you with. They say, oh, you can fast for 20 hours, eat for 4. And I've already talked about it before in other videos. Or they say 18-6 or 16-8 or 24-hour fast or 36. And it was too rigid for me. I had to find flexibility in it so that I can adjust to my life. I did not want it to be so rigid. It did not work for me. I couldn't actually fast. I couldn't stick to it long enough. I constantly had chatter in my head. So should I eat now? Should I eat later? Well, but I said I should. I will do this fast, but I'm hungry now. What should I do? Now I would say it's more intuitive fasting for me, how I feel best. I want to fast by how I feel, how my body feels. Some days I want to eat more and I honor that, and other days I want to honor the longer fast. So being flexible in the eating windows that you're doing and the fasting numbers, I think that's a huge makes a huge difference, because then it becomes a lifestyle that you can actually keep doing. It's not a diet, it's not a something temporary. It's something that you can actually incorporate in your everyday life. So, that's number 2, flexibility. And the last one that made a huge difference for me was clean fasting. I have not heard about clean fasting until Jackie's channel, and she learned it from Jen Stevens, who first introduced it to everyone. And clean fasting is basically only drinking drinks that don't spike your insulin. So, black coffee, no cream, no sweetener, no flavors. Black tea, you can have cold tea, hot tea, you can have cold coffee, you can have sparkling water, you can have flat water, you can have electrolytes as long as they're not flavored. But anything else triggers your body to think that there's food coming. If there's any flavor, right? If electrolytes have flavor, your body thinks, oh, great, there's, what are we tasting now? Watermelon? Okay. So it's kind of gets your body going. Sends a message to the insulin to be released. And before I heard of clean fasting, I was doing what they call dirty fasting, which was I was having coffee with cream in the morning. And then when I decided to really start fasting, I decided, okay, I'm not going to do cream, but I've heard about this bulletproof coffee, and I'm going to do that. So, my intention was I'm going to do that so it helps me get over to my lunch, it helps me skip breakfast. But what I actually found happening is that made me hungrier and made it harder for me to get to lunch. And the only way I found out that was happening is actually when I stopped having bulletproof coffee and I actually did a clean fast, because the first day I did that, it was extremely easy to get to lunch. I was not hungry at all. My blood sugar was so stable. Sorry. And I was so happy to have discovered it, because before that it was kind of hard. I would have the bulletproof coffee and then I would be looking at the clock thinking, when can I eat? It was harder to make it to lunch. Now with clean fasting, I can make it anywhere between 20 and 22 hours, 23, easy, no problem. I have no hunger. I'm thirsty. I'm not hungry. The only times that I feel the difference is when I have, like this morning, I decided to try chai tea, which is flavored, right, with cinnamon and nutmeg, or I'm not sure what else is in there. It's delicious. So I thought, okay, let's try it. And it made me more hungry. So switching to straight black tea and black coffee made a huge difference for me. So this makes a difference between my white knuckling it through the fast and having it be so easy. So that's the other thing I want to tell you. It's super easy. Once you get over the transition, once you adjust mentally, it might be a hard adjustment for you, like it is for everyone, one of us, that we have to adjust to what do we do in the times that we used to eat. What do we do with the boredom? What do we do with our time? We need to adjust. So once you adjust, and it is a process, but physically it is super easy, right? So as a reminder, of course, I have no medical background. I'm not in any way suggesting that you try this for yourself in a medical advice. I am only here to encourage you to try to figure out what's best for you, and this could be one of the things that works. You need to try to find out. For some people, one meal a day works really well. For a lot of people, they find that they can't get enough food in one time a day, that they need to have two smaller meals. But you have to try. This is what I'm here for, is to encourage you to try what works for you. And if you're going to try intermittent fasting, then I would suggest those three things: the community, find yourself in a community. And I'm hoping to kind of be that community for you until you find one, or we can be here together and fast together. Flexibility, don't forget to be flexible. Don't get also hung up on numbers, how many hours of fasting. Even a 12-hour fast is a fast, right, while you're sleeping. That's still good. And clean fasting, make it easier for yourself by delaying the coffee with cream to later, and that will make it easy. So don't deny yourself, but delay. Okay. All right, guys, happy fasting. I love you. Bye.